What is up, my magic miscreants? PwrDrgn here with another fun deck tech for you, and today we are looking at a Naya +1/+1 tokens build centered around this herb right here, Rocco Street Chef from the Aftermath March of the Machines set. And this is a deck that has gotten a lot of attention this weekend. Swayze did a video on this, PwrDrgn did a video on this, and this deck, when it pops big time. So let's get into it. And we're going to start with Rocco. At the beginning of your end step, each player exiles the top card of their library. Until your next end step, each player may play the card they exiled this way. Whenever a player plays a land from exile or casts a spell from exile, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature and create a food token. So this card alone is, to an extent it is a little bit risky because we do give our opponent access to a card. However, we get something in return with a +1/+1 counter. So we get a lot of +1/+1 counters on these. We start with Kumano faces Kakazan, deals 1 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker in its first chapter. Second chapter is whenever we cast a creature spell this turn, it enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it, and then it becomes Etching of Kumano in its third chapter, and basically whenever a creature dealt damage this turn by a source you controlled would die, you exile it instead. Dusk Legion Duelist, get into our 2-drops. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on Dusk Legion Duelist, draw a card. It only triggers once each turn, so you get a little bit of card draw from that. Invasion of Gobakhan, because we like to have a peeky at our opponent's hand. Basically, we exile a non-land card from it. As long as that card remains exiled, its owner may play it, but it costs 2 more to cast. And then it becomes Light Shield Array when it is defeated. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each target creature. On each creature that attacked this turn, we sack it, and creatures gain hexproof and indestructible. Now, this is where I differ from PwrDrgn and Swayze. They put in Hopeful Initiate. I'm putting in Perish Blade Trainee. Reason is when it dies, put its counters on target creature you control. So it's almost like a Quirion Beastcaller, which whenever we cast a creature spell, we put a +1/+1 counter on the Quirion Beastcaller, and when it dies, distribute X +1/+1 counters among any number of target creatures you control, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on Quirion Beastcaller. So we do have that thing that we work on there, some synergy building off of it. Gaia's Gift, because we do need some hexproof, also +1/+1 counters. Ozolith, the Shattered Spire, whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters will be put on an artifact or creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on it instead, plus we can tap it and put a +1/+1 counter on target artifact or creature you control. Actually, it's 1 in the green. We can only activate it as a sorcery, and we can cycle it. Botanical Brawler, again, just adds more counters to things. So I'll let you take a second and read this card and what it does. Same goes with Kami of Whispered Hopes. Now, the interesting thing I found about Kami of Whispered Hopes is people forget about that second ability where we tap it and add X mana of any one color, where X is Kami of Whispered Hope's power. Okay, within a +1/+1 counter deck, this can ramp us into stuff. Okay, and the big things that we want to ramp into, we're running one copy of Archangel Elspeth. I can't talk today. We can put +1/+1 counters on target creature, and it becomes an angel as it's -2. We can create a soldier token with lifelink, and because we're running a lot of non-land permanent cards with value 3 or less, we can bring those back to the battlefield with its -6 should we ever get to that point. But the big thing that PwrDrgn and Swayze are not running, all will be 1. Whenever you put 1 or more counters on a permanent or a player, all will be 1 deals that much damage to target opponent, creature and opponent controls, or planeswalker and opponent controls. And we can easily ramp into stuff like with Kami of Whispered Hopes, for example. That hitting the battlefield can be pretty much game over. All right, we are doing a best of 3, so let's look at our sideboard. We're running 3 Surge of Salvations, 3 Calamity's Wake, 3 Sunfalls, 2 Tamio Safekeeping, 2 Metropolis Reformers, because we need hexproof, and we're also running 2 copies of Burn Down the House. So, After the reset of the season, we're back to bronze, which is a great time to test out this deck because of the fact that we're not going to lose anything by putting this out there. But if you like what you see, leave a like, leave a subscribe. If you are new to my channel, we do a best of 1 and a best of 3, just so you can see how the deck functions in either one of those environments. So without further ado, let's smell what the Rocco is cooking. We are against a random dude for our best of 1 matchup. We are on the play. Yeah, that is gonna be fine. Because what we do is this. And then we do... Okay, fun. Kumano. Invasion of Golbakhan. Excellent. Okay. Well, what do we have here? What are you gonna exile? Okay. Yeah, I'll put down the trainee. And we'll see what they come up with. Ambitious farmhand, okay. Not bad. Do you have a cut down to go with that? No, you don't. Alright. And we have a Rocco, but... let's do this. Let's train that. Okay. You may actually get to see this deck not do what it's supposed to do, but we'll see what happens. Okay, Jetmir's Garden. Let's swing again. And the pressure is on them now, so... Do they have a Sunfall? Or are they just gonna give up? Celestis, okay. So you can cast Restoration of Aganjo, okay. We might actually outrace them here, I say. And I think this is how we do it. I'm almost ready to say screw the Rocco. Let's just throw down Elspeth. Yeah, let's do it.
I have been reborn.
Let's do that.
You've earned my blessing.
Alright, well. They discard a card, we get them. Alright. So... You didn't get to see Rocco come into play, but you saw what... Alright, well, anyways, let's go the best of 3. And we are against the Question. For our best of 3 matchup, a fellow bronze oneer. We are playing first. No. And the reason I say no is because we had the... we didn't have any of our mana base there, so... I'm gonna keep this... I'm gonna get rid of the tap land. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. And then we put down Ozolith, we put down Rocco. Alright, well, we get some pain lands to start. That's okay. Are we against werewolves? Be mighty interesting if we were. Okay. Yep, werewolves. Or at least some sort of gruely aggro. Do this. Yeah, we'll take the hit on that. Okay. Not too bad. Not too good either. Well, no, I can't say that. That's actually pretty good for us. Because now we get to buff this duder up. In theory, if they don't... What do you have that is 4 damage? Do you have 2 play with fires? I was gonna say, that'd be a real kick in the junk if that were a 2 play with fires. Ugh. Well, anyways. Ascendant Pack Leader. That's bait. I'm not doing that. I am not falling for that. You can Slam me for whatever damage you want to slam me for. Okay, well. Oh, man. Should have played... Now, it's alright. So what we'll do is we do this. Put some counters on that. In theory. And that way it can... You should have played the plains, but... Oh well. Maybe we'll get another land. Nope. Okay, that's fine. I think they're still trying to figure out what this deck is all about, so... I'm still trying to figure that out myself. The question, that is the question. The question is, what is this deck all about? Is this a build that is a real tempered loner? How fun is that? Does that much damage to any target? Okay, so we got to make sure that. Okay, let's do this. Okay, well then. We are against Final Boss for our best of 3 matchup, a bonus best of 3 because of last match. Oh my goodness. We do go first. This is... You know what? Here's what we do. We keep it. We go Sundown Pass, Kumano, double Kumano, into Dusk Legion Duelist. Yeah, I think that's the play. We do that, yeah. Okay. What does Final Boss do? Okay, alright. Let's do double Kumano. Ping. Ping. Or do we just put it all on Rocco? I think we just throw it down on... let's bait out... If they're running white, they could be doing ossifications. So if we just go with... Oh, Raffine's Informant. It's a connive deck. Okay, fun. What do you discard? Oh, it's it's a Resurrector build. Okay. So... Let's just do it. Battle Reunion. It's a Boros Reanimator build, it looks like. Could be a Boros Reanimator here. So I think we go Dusk Legion. We've got a bunch of Dusk Legion duelists here. Battle Reunion. Yeah, let's do that. Create a food. Interesting. Okay. Well. I'm not sure what they could have here that... Down this. Yeah, I probably should have... Yeah, it's all good. Just do that. Now let's swing. Okay, well, that'll exile that. Okay. Alright, yeah, you're a reanimator build. So we need to take care of business real fast here. Scrapwork Mutt, huh? That's an instant, so... Okay. Flip. Okay, let's do Dusk Legion Duelist. Okay. Did not get the land we needed. That's okay. They'll block. Yep. Repair and recharge. Okay. Artifact, enchantment. Do they have Invoke Justice? More than likely they do. Yep. That's what I figured. Alright, well. And the problem is we don't have mass and or spot removal, so we're gonna go on to the next matchup. I think what we do here, instead of the... no, we do want the invasion in there. I think instead of Gaia's Gift, we do Calamity's Wake. And we do... let's take that away. We do Calamity's Wake, so we can exile their graveyard when given an opportunity to do so. So, we'll see if that helps. We will play first. Should have kept the first one. Yep. Is what it is. Alright, well. Do that and... yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Alright, final boss. Show me who's boss. Take some damage. We'll do the Beast Caller first. Okay, we're going for that again. Okay, Battle Reunion. We really need to find our Calamity's Wake here because that's gonna be the big draw here. And we get the Rocco. That's alright, I guess. Do that. And then we can put down the Brawler. What do you have? We'll take a shot. Swing. We do have quite a big board, but let's see if they've got like a mass removal. Alright, they found a land. Okay. So we're gonna have to really hope. Are they gonna try to ossify me? What are they gonna try to do here? Big score. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Fun. I think we get them? Yeah, no matter what, I think we get them. Unless they've... yeah, got him. Okay. Let's go to the rubber match and see how we do. Going 4 and... not 4-0. We can't go 4-0. They're going 3... yeah, 4-1. Not a bad start for this particular season. Okay, we got to keep the Calamity's Wake. So we keep that on principle alone. Okay. Battle Reunion. Okay. And I think we wait until they play the, I think, let's take a peek at their hand and see what they got. Yep. You got all these things you can resurrect. Let's see now. I don't think there's a spell that will allow them to bring anything back with 4 mana. Unless it's a Shieldred's Restoration, but I haven't seen them playing any black. So... okay. Dusk Legion Duelist, I think, will be the play. We're gonna hold up the Calamity's Wake. I'm sorry, were you trying to do something? Alright, well, we were trying to do something here, but as you can see, it has been, thwarted. Here we go. So... what do you do next there, final boss? Alright. Sure, Bitter Reunion, you discard one of those. You ditch your Atraxa. Again. Now, more than likely, we're going to have to find another Wake here, because that's ultimately going to be the kicker here. Sure. You find one more land and they get the Atraxa back. So... I think we could be not much for this world, as far as that's concerned. We didn't play that smart at all. But, yep, here it comes. Oh, they just threw a Tali down. Okay, fine. That works too. What'd they find? Scrapwork mutt. Okay. You know, we keep facing these, wish I had that one beforehand. You know what would really make this deck pop? Would be, Kodama. So we have a 14/14 Dusk Legion Duelist, and they're about to bring back an Atraxa. So, yeah. At least it doesn't have Indestructible. So, honestly, let's see if we can wait it out a little bit, because... yep, alright, they'll bring that back. Alright, well, let's see what they do. Yeah, they got all these fun thingies. So they might gain a ton of life with a few things, but we'll see what they do. Okay, fun. Oh, I should have cast all will be one first, but that... neither here nor there. I think we just swing with the Dusk Legion Duelist. And see what they do. Yeah, they do that. Okay, fine. Oh, I could have put the... could have swung in with the trainee. Okay. Now you can see what the Dusk, not the Dusk Legion, but the All Will Be One does. And they can bring back the Kroxa and Kunoros. So yeah, I mean Calamity's Wake I think was the key here. But we might be able to, as much as I'd like. Yeah, I don't think we can outlast him. Yeah, repair and recharge. Yeah, good game. All right, let's go to the post-mortem. All right, so Cookin with Rocco, not a terrible build. I think our own take on this was pretty good. I think that it could use some tweaking, but I think that the inclusion of All Will Be One is actually a great addition to the deck and can really make it sing, really make it pop. So. Try it out, make adjustments, go off of what Swayze and PwrDrgn did. Leave a like, leave a subscribe if you like what you saw, and until next time, my magic miscreants, may you always be on the play, and may all your spells hit the board. Risen Dragon is out. Enjoy the rest of your day.